webinar. My name is Lior, and I'm from the Monday App Marketplace team. Here in the marketplace, we work to make our store your go-to destination to find the best solutions to enhance your Monday experience, ensuring that you can maximize the value from our platform. We created the App Spotlight sessions to introduce you to notable apps that cater relevant use cases. And this month, we're diving deep into the world of service management, which we know it's a very strong and relevant use case for Monday users. So we're thrilled to spotlight two amazing apps, Service Buddy by Divinity and Teamboard by DevSamurai. Throughout these sessions, we'll walk you through each app's unique features and benefit, and of course, give you a sneak peek with a live demo. Feel free to ask questions during the presentations using the Q&A feature on Zoom. We've also set aside time at the end specifically for Q&A to address your queries. So without further ado, let's kick things off with Service Buddy. Michał, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Lior. So first of all, good morning, everyone. My name is Michał. I'm the product owner for Monday.com apps at Divinity, including Service Buddy. So briefly speaking, Service Buddy is an ITSM. This is a customer support tool built entirely on Monday that allows you to gather and handle requests at every step of their life cycle. That's the shortest explanation for the product. But before we dive into that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the problems and issues that we've identified with the team and that we are aiming to solve with Service Buddy. So we took a look at those smaller and medium-sized organizations that oftentimes operate in non-technical industries, which are the most common among the Monday.com customers. And we saw that they all need to have some sort of customer service, albeit internal or external, to gather the requests and handle them properly. But when they are confronted with the current market offering, they find themselves with the tools that are very expensive, because they try to do a lot of things. They are suited for big, complicated, of course, a lot of features, a lot of capabilities, but they might happen to be an overkill for the smaller teams, for the smaller needs. And we saw that these type of organizations and teams are currently very much underserved when it comes to customer service. And usually when you decide to get on board with the big tool, you still need to have some kind of team or technical expertise, or a person that is going to configure it, implement it, and make sure that it's maintained properly. So that's oftentimes something that those organizations do not have, since they work in those non-tech industries, and they still want to provide customer service. Also, those small and mid-sized companies, they tend to change a lot more than those bigger enterprise customers. And what I mean by that is that in these companies, the change is constant, and with those big and complicated tools, also expensive, they don't leave a very big room for flexibility, for changing processes, for growing teams and scalability. So that's what we are trying to solve using Service Buddy. So having those things in mind, we created a product that provides value in 4 different areas, which is cost, barrier of entry, integration, and process flexibility. So when it comes to reduce cost of tools, we try to make that technological stack smaller by combining Monday.com, what it has to offer, with our own Service Buddy and customer service capabilities. We managed to do so. We want to have situations where those companies that have those smaller stacks, they don't have to pay for another tool which is going to be outside Monday.com, and very oftentimes they don't have to pay considerable sums of money to make some kind of integration, custom integration with Monday.com. So we wanted to avoid that, and we wanted to be for the service body to be as much integrated within the Monday ecosystem with all of the products, the Monday.com core, the CRM, the marketer, and of course the work forms that are also a very big thing when it comes to customer service. And we allow for that process flexibility, which means that we, of course, give you some use case. We give you some infrastructure to work on so that it works out of the box. You don't have to figure things out on yourself, but you can easily build upon it in the most similar way that you know from Monday.com. So all of these values are achieved by currently two main capabilities of the app. So the first one being support templates, which are pre-configured Monday.com boards that allow you to handle the requests and also perform various tasks that are request related but aren't requests themselves. And also the service body allows you to gather efficiently the requests using customer portals, which are easily customizable web pages that are accessible to everybody on the internet to go fill the requests and send them efficiently to your team. So right now, I'm going to show you quickly what service body looks like. So here we are. It looks just like your average Monday.com board. On the left side, we can see all the support templates, all of the pre-configured boards that you can use to handle requests. And here, as a board view app, we created customer portals that allow you to gather those requests. So we'll go through the basic flow of creating a portal and handling a request. So right now we can see that the configuration of the portal is very straightforward, very easy. We can select the page name, select the theme, one from many predefined themes. And also here we embed the Monday.com forms that we created on the board that we are going to be handling requests on. Of course, we can customize it. We can use drag and drop to change the arrangement of the forms. We can add and delete them as we please. And also, as you see, everything is updated in real time, so you don't have to go back and forth and check if everything is rendered correctly. You can see it here. So once we click publish, we are taken to the customer portal. Here you can see everything that the customers will see when they are trying to fill their requests. And we will send the form right now. I've allowed myself to create a pre-configured form so that we don't lose time. We can select an email. The fields and their arrangement is entirely up to you. And the forms are entirely handled by Monday.com. So it's safe, and we do not handle that as service body. So let's go back to our request. Here we see that in the incoming request group, we can see our request. If it's got all the inherited fields from the form, and also some more that allow you to handle it properly. Also, we can see here that there are two time trackers that start automatically when the request is created, the first response time and the resolution time. The first response time measures the time from submission to the request up until the first response to that request. And resolution time measures the time from submission to the entire resolution. Also, when we open the item view, here we can see that the appropriate notification has been sent automatically, informing the customer what is the status of the request. And here we can go and change the status to waiting for customer. All of these statuses are predefined, and you get them out of the box. So automatically, when you select waiting for customer, it's going to jump into that group where you can go and review the request and start working on it. Right, so here we can see that the first response timer has stopped, but the resolution time is still ticking because the request still is not resolved yet. So there are many activities that can be done aside of the handling the request. For example, here we can specify that the request needs an internal task that has to be completed by some of their teammates. You can just do it at the click of a button. They are all sorted automatically by the priority of the request, and also they inherit the fields from all the relevant fields from the request itself. So also, if we don't want to create an internal task, we can also schedule a call with the customer. So we have also a board for that automatically creates an item and creates all of the columns that are necessary for the meeting to begin. Also, the relevant request is connected to the task. Right. So why don't we go and resolve our request? It's one of the fastest requests, I'm sure, for everybody that is going to be resolved. So here we can see that it jumped to the completed group, and in the resolution time tracker has stopped, which means the request is done. Also, going through other boards, we can see the customer base. We can track the customer satisfaction. We have a special form for this. And here we have something for the leaders of the customer support teams, which is a dashboard which aggregates and counts and calculates every metric that is the most relevant for the leaders to assess the performance of the support teams. So that is the handling of the request. Going back to the customer portals feature, we can also see what we can do with the portal. So we can copy a unique URL, but in case we do not want to display the service body in our domain, we can also copy the code snippet from the iframe with the iframe to embed it on our website. Also, to provide to implement changes on the customer portal, we can manage if it's public or not to ensure better security so that the customers don't send some other irrelevant forms. Also the filter, and that's it for the service body. With the next steps for service body are that we're going to implement the support for SLA and also business hours support. But I cannot commit to any deadline, but right now we expect to be ready ending November, early December. So please stay tuned for that. There's also a lot of other things that we're excited to share with you. And let me just, okay. Sorry. Right. So for contact, if you see that maybe you are a developer and you want to, you see the opportunity for Service Buddy and your app to be combined and do something great, or you can provide feedback. Maybe you are using Service Buddy already and you want to provide some feedback, then you can hit me up directly on the email. Any kind of partnerships or business inquiries, I'm here for you, and I'm going to answer your questions, and maybe we could do something great together. Also, for technical questions, the fastest way is to go through our support team at Divinity. And also, if you want to implement some other processes in Monday.com, not only as the ITSM, but also maybe ITSM related, we have Jakub Schmeinda, who is our leader of our professional services team, and he will be more than happy to help you. So thank you very much. I hope you like the demo, and I hope to see you in the email threads. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michał. Just to say, our like Mondays IT and service team are using Service Buddy, and they're really happy with it. So that's also a nice kudos to the app and the team. And now I want to present Dev Samurai, Ricky, to present us Team Board. Ricky, you want to share your screen?
Okay, sure. Oops. Okay, can you see my screen? Perfect. Okay, so hi guys, I'm Ricky from Dev Samurai. Currently, I'm a product owner of this team board on Monday platform. So as you may know, planning tasks has always been a difficult task. So sooner or later, you will have to encounter multiple problems, maybe without solutions. Therefore, we have bring this app to you. So So there are total six main six problems you may encounter while planning tasks. The first one would be the planning hassles. You may have known it. So you have to plan multiple tasks at the same time, and it costs you so much time to whether to put it in here or there, or whichever members should be assigned to it. And talking about that, you may also encounter unfair workloads, because without track on each resource you have, you will certainly land somebody with over 8 hours a day, or maybe over 40 hours per week. And the third one would be wasting resources. This one is clearly, some of you could have encountered this multiple times. Yeah, and the next one is missing issues. So our team board also provide a way to list out the whole thing, the whole set of issues, which you can select each one of them. And the next one could be scattered information. Without a solid platform for you to gather all kind of informations and a detailed descriptions that you may get from the customers, you may be lost in like a range of information without a way out. And the last one would be the difficulty in adjusting plans. So with all that in mind, we provide you with all that in mind, we provide you this app, Team Board, on Monday. The Team Board will simplify project management, making it easier to plan the task and say work along with your colleagues, your team. And also it works seamlessly with Monday.com, helping your team to be more efficient and organized, so that you may not be lost in the a forest of a task and be overloaded with so many work. And okay, so our app have multiple capabilities which can help you to resolve all that problems. The first one would be resource planning. It is efficient way to visualize and allocate your task as cards on a schedule, and we may flag some resources with setup with a pre-configured workload, and also it provides you a way to plan the task easily, quickly set up and assign tasks. So another way, another thing is that normally you will have to view the whole plan in a long range of time. So with a smaller screen, you cannot see all details. That's why we bring it to you a big picture. You will get more information, more insights into the entire project. And last but not least, the timeline alignment, which can help you to match resource planning with the project timelines and milestones. With all that in mind, we bring you the demos with more details about our functionalities.
It's on mute. We can't hear it.
It's mute. That's weird. Can you hear it, Leo?
You need to share it with audio. When you share the screen, you need to share it with audio. It's a checkbox. You need to unshare your
Oh,
screen.
yeah, I saw it. So this, sorry for this inconvenience.
Workload distribution and progress tracking. They make data-driven decisions and ensure their teams avoid burnout. We hear all the time that Teamboard solves big problems like wasted resources, unfair workloads, a lack of information, and the seemingly impossible task of adjusting or making plans. But today, we're going to show you exactly why Teamboard is so transformational, including a few unique benefits and features. We'll also reserve time at the end for Q&A, so feel free to drop your questions in the chat, and we'll get those answered. First, let's start with Teamboard and its integration with Monday.com. Getting set up is very simple and easy. It takes just a few clicks to begin. You'll see now that we are installing it and adding it to our Monday.com account. We add some app settings here to customize this for our use case, so it's extra helpful. So now that it's been added to Monday.com, I want to show you a very popular feature. First, the drag and drop functionality, because it makes task assignment very easy. What we're going to do is drag an item from items box and drop it where you need it to be instead of creating a new item entirely. You can also resize the item to show a representation of time, so you have a visual understanding of capacity and even task importance. Here we are assigning tasks to our owners. Could be multiple people who are involved. And many users are really excited that they can seamlessly integrate custom fields from Teamboard with Monday.com. And it's a great way to adapt Teamboard and Monday.com to their workflow. Now, this next feature is huge if you've struggled to calculate workloads for your team. If you get that wrong, you're going to find yourself short on resources, push your team to burnout, or even miss your deadlines. So what we're going to do first there is set our working hours, which was 8 hours. But you're going to notice here that we immediately see that Maria is way beyond capacity, Emma is within capacity, and Ben still has a little bit left to offer. At a glance, you're going to get a clear understanding of who has capacity or not and plan accordingly. Now that we've hit the top features that users love, we're going to pretend that we are a project manager who needs to plan a product launch with his team, managing everything within Monday.com. We're going to show you in real time how easy Teamboard makes planning from end to end. So we are in the Q3 campaign. We have 3 phases: planning, execution, and launch. Of course, Teamboard can handle much more complex projects, but we are keeping it simple today. Next, I'm going to move to the resource allocation phase. I have 14 members: Luca, Maria, Emma, and Ben. And we will now move to the planning phase. So I will delegate securing a budget to Luca and Maria. And they will also meet with marketing to talk about the promos. Next, we'll move to the execution phase where we're actually going to get the work done. Emma is coordinating the launch. We're going to put Luca on this too. But what we find out here is that Luca is beyond capacity, and we can tell that because there's this red section here. So we'll assign Ben instead. Emma and Ben will coordinate the launch with operations, and they're going to get board approval for the launch. and get things going. Now we can also go back in time if we perhaps needed to add something else, like alert the PR agency, and add that to one of our resources. So, in just a few minutes, we planned out, even corrected, a simple campaign launch, and that's really just the beginning of what Teamboard can do. We have new features coming soon, including time tracking, timesheet approval, to name a few. And if you've been struggling with resource planning, with project management, this is going to be such a game changer for you.
Okay, guys, so that's the end of the demo. So after this demo, we are available for any questions that can help you guys understand more about the app. Here's some contact information. You can either send us an email or comment directly in the chat box. We can reply to you. And also we have a YouTube channel. You guys can just subscribe and get more videos from us about the new features coming soon.
All right,
Okay,
thank you. So we have just 1 minute. So I chose some random questions, interesting questions from the chat. I also know that your teams are answering, so everyone got their answer. So for Michał, I have a question. Can you track requests via email rather than forms?
Right, so not at the moment. At the moment, we support native Monday.com forms as well as work forms. But that's a possibility that we are currently exploring to enable companies and enable teams to embed whatever they want to track the requests with.
All right, and another question for you. Are clients able to log back in to their portal to view status, add additional details, new attachments, etc.?
Okay, also not at the moment, but that is something that we have on the roadmap, the request page, customer accounts. It will all be possible inside of Service Buddy, so it will be a fully functional service desk. So we are planning on doing that for sure.
All right, and Ricky, 2 questions for you. Does Teamboard pulls data from a singular board, or does it support multiple boards via a dashboard widget?
Currently, we support only one board, but as we just released the latest release, we have provided a way to collect data from multiple boards into one.
All right.
So
And
you guys can check out. Okay.
Another question, where do you create the tasks that are being shown in the example, in the demo, where you can create it?
What what? I cannot hear you well.
From where you create the tasks that are being shown in the demo.
Okay. Normally you would create the task or items on Monday on the main table, and then you will open another tab, which is our app, and our app will reflect every details and data from that main table onto the schedule.
All right. Yeah. So thank you very much for joining and for staying with us. We really hope that you enjoyed the session and you learn more about Service Buddy and Teamboard. And we're excited to see you in future sessions. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Take care.